From WNIJ Studios on the campus of Northern Illinois University, this is Sessions from Studio A.
$1 million worth of muskrat pelts, loose cigarettes, discount designer belts. Come on.
I'm Spencer Tritt. Coming up this hour, genre-blending singer-songwriter Logan Metz. His story-driven songs weave from jazz to honky-tonk, rock to folk. We'll hear songs this hour from his debut album, The Last Remaining Payphone in L.A., plus a new single he just put out this year. I'll also talk with Logan Metz about his background, his love of Tom Waits and Randy Newman, and we'll hear about touring with Willie and Lucas Nelson. Music and conversation with Logan Metz coming up this hour on Sessions from Studio A. This is Sessions from Studio A. I'm Spencer Tritt, welcoming Logan Metz to our show this week. He's originally from Wisconsin, spent some time in LA where he released his debut solo record, and is now touring regularly with Lucas Nelson when he's not performing his own music. Metz's songs range from rock to jazz, honky-tonk to folk, and he's inspired heavily by storytelling and classic literature. He even completed a full-length rock opera of Shakespeare's Othello for his master's thesis at the University of Chicago. And it also turns out, in kind of a crazy small world moment, him and I are distantly related. So a bit of a family reunion coming up this hour on our show as well, as I talk with Logan Metz, and we hear live recordings coming up this hour. Let's get right into Studio A for the music. This is Logan Metz, An Evening at the Cove, recorded live on Sessions from Studio A.
Thank you for having me. This is an Illinois song, actually. This is a song about a little bar on the south side of Chicago where I once lived. And it's called The Cove. This one's about all the sketchy characters that used to wander into the cove. Goes like this. It's 25 below, and in the streets there ain't a soul, and the wind up off the lake burns like a snake bite. But the neon calls my name, and like a moth into a flame, I always wind up buzzing round my local porch light. My toes are curling in my shoes, gotta shake these low-down blues. 'Cause baby, everything's a matter of leverage. Gotta raise my spirits high with the fellas far worse off than I. Gotta stop inside and have myself a beverage. I said, ooh-de-lally, 10:15. Tori says, oh, fancy seeing you here again. And I got this guilty kind of feeling, like I left something on the stove. But my troubles disappear here at the Cove. Well, that ain't no Brandenburg concerto. It's just old blind Roberto on a trombone he carries in a rucksack. Did you hear about old Ray? It was them opioids, they say. Now there ain't no way to win my $20 back. Well, in the GI at the bar, he gathers girls around his scar. 'Cause them Indiana ladies love a soldier. And Buzz dips out the back, 'cause he did 2 tours of Iraq. Still ain't got the type of scars that he can show you. I said, ooh-de-lally, 11:45. Pick yourself a bottle from the bottom shelf. But if you want a good old college joint, try Jimmy's down the road. 'Cause that ain't exactly the atmosphere here at the Cove. All right. I said, ooty lolly, 1:45. Tori says if I was a skinny white boy like you, I wouldn't go south of 67th Street or west of Cottage Grove. But you're safe and sound inside here at the Cove. Now you all get home responsible and watch out for the constable. Man, this whole town is crawling with them pork chops. And it's 25 below, but you wouldn't even know. And it's all thanks to the magic of my Lord shots. I said, ooty lolly, 2:45. Ain't nobody left except for Tori and me. Well, maybe one more shot of Hennessy. Man, I'm glad I didn't drove. Here's to a mighty pleasant evening at the Cove. Another lovely evening at the Cove. It's just another Tuesday evening at the Cove. Yeah. All right, this one's called Interesting People. I should probably say it's on my first album, The Last Remaining Payphone in LA. And I got another album coming out, but maybe we'll talk about that later on the interview. This one's called Interesting People. All you interesting people, get away from my door. Go where you interesting people will. Got no interesting people no more. I've had my interesting people fill. Take all your interesting notions and your interesting minds back to the interesting places you left behind. Come on and bore me, and keep your interesting world to yourself. For that interesting part. Don't need to know about Hegelian constructions of self-consciousness in 14th century Persian art. Yeah. Just keep that interesting relationship you had with your dad, along with all those mighty interesting dreams you had. Somebody bore me, and keep your interesting world to yourself. That's right, just keep that interesting world to yourself. Get a load of skinny Jenny volunteering in New Guinea, teaching all the little children how to read. Found herself and found a way, and now she wished she could have stayed. Well, I guess that's where we both agreed. Get a load of Charlie Walker, well, he's certainly a talker. He knows all about some very fancy wine. And he scuba dives and skis, knows some French and Japanese. And so I guess I'll say it one more time. Where all you interesting people, get away from my door. Go where you interesting people will. Got no interesting people no more. I've had my interesting people filled. Take all your interesting notions and your interesting minds back to the interesting places you left behind. Come on and bore me, and keep your interesting world to yourself. That's right, just keep that interesting
This is Sessions from Studio A, and you just heard Logan Metz performing live here in Studio A. And I'm joined now with Logan. Thanks so much for coming out to DeKalb.
It is my pleasure. Thank you so much for having me. This is a beautiful setup you got here.
Yeah, well, welcome to Studio A. You're based in Wisconsin currently. Is that where you're from originally? Did you grow up in Wisconsin?
I did. I grew up in Wauwatosa, Wisconsin, and my whole family goes back many generations, actually, I wonder if we're going to talk about the elephant in the room as we found out we might be related.
We may be long-distant cousins, we just found out.
Through William
Tritt.
Lloyd Garrison Tritt Sr., yes,
Wow.
who was a Wisconsinite in the Civil War days, so at least back that far. Anyway.
Yeah, we were just talking about this in the studio before we started recording. That's kind of an amazing connection, you know.
Yeah, there's some Tritts in my family too. So
That's
anyway,
crazy. Well,
but yeah, Wisconsinites pretty much through and through. I had a grandmother who was like a war bride Italian, but almost everyone else came, from here.
Wow.
Generations. Not here. Sorry, I'm in Illinois now. From Wisconsin. Yeah.
we broadcast into southern Wisconsin too, so
Nice. What's
we
up, Beloit?
we try to show them some love as
Okay,
well.
cool. Great.
And then you're kind of based around. Are you based around Milwaukee now?
I am right now. I'm in the Fox Valley area.
Perfect,
In Oshkosh through the summer, but yeah, I say Milwaukee. That's my home. That's my home base.
Excellent.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I want to know a little bit about your musical beginnings. Take us all the way back. When did you start playing piano?
Started playing piano. Can't really remember, but I was very young. My older brother, his name is Casey, he took lessons and jazz lessons and everything, and was very, very good. And so I pretty much started by imitating him. But there was always a piano in our house, so I kind of, figured it out, I guess. Learned Elvis songs and stuff from when I was like really little. I don't know, maybe 7 or 8. And then, but I get distracted easily. So then I was like playing a little guitar and then trying to learn the trumpet and the banjo and the harmonica and, all this other stuff. And only now am I trying to like get good at one thing, you know what I mean? So I started practicing actually maybe 5 or 10 years ago. I don't know.
So you'd say piano's your main instrument.
Piano's
these
my main
days.
instrument,
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah.
And you have a cool blend of styles from blues to rock to some honky-tonk influence. Tell us a little bit about kind of finding your sound. Like, what drew you to your sound here?
Yeah. Well, I like the storytellers. I like the piano-based storytellers. And there was, Tom Waits. We were just talking about
Yeah.
Tom Waits. He's like the ultimate. I found my parents' record collection when I was in like maybe 5th grade. So, all the good stuff, the Beatles and
Yeah.
Dylan and all of that. And then I was a big Dylan head in high school.
That's where you get some of the lyricism from then? maybe?
Yeah. And then he kind of brought me to Tom Waits, and then Tom Waits eventually brought me to Randy Newman, who is also a big
yeah.
influence lately. I found him kind of later as well when people were like, oh, you got kind of a Randy Newman thing going on. And I was like, I should check that guy out. And, then I listened to him and was like, wow, yeah, that's what I'm going for. He's he and Tom Waits are my 2 big songwriting guys.
That's
Those
awesome.
Are yeah.
You kind of teased it a little bit here in the studio, but plans for the next Logan Metz album. You've got a couple singles out now. We should mention Sunrise and Overrated you put out earlier this year. You played Overrated here in the studio today. But are there plans then for a larger Logan Metz album coming soon?
Yes. It's just, it's hard to figure out. When you do everything yourself, it's hard to figure out exactly, like, how do you release a record? But it's done.
Right.
It's all recorded, and I'm really proud of it. Those 2 are on there, Sunrise and Overrated. And it is a big production, strings and horns, and great band. We recorded it in L.A. at a place called The Village, which people I knew from the kind of middle part of my career, I guess, when I was playing with Lucas Nelson and Promise of the Real. So half of Promise of the Real is on the record too. And,
no kidding. Nice. You got a good backing band, it sounds like.
Yeah. Among the greats. This guy, John Avila, played bass. He played with Oingo Boingo. Incredible.
Wow.
All the way down the line, incredible musicians. I got to shout out my boy Lincoln Mendel as well, who co-writes with me and co-produced the whole thing. But it's in the can. It's just a matter of figuring out the best way to release it. I'll probably trickle out a couple more singles, and hopefully before the end of the year, I'll have the big one out. If not, early next year. I wake up early in the morning, open up my blinds and let the dawn in. Look at the land that I was born in, like I ain't got more important things to do. Outside, the air is cool and breezy. Inside my skill, it's good and greasy. I think I take it nice and easy, like I ain't got more important things to do. Little birds, they sing the high soprano. Little bugs, they play the dulciana. I think I join 'em on piano, like I ain't got more important things to do. My heart is beating bossa nova. I feel as lucky as a clover, because my baby's coming over, like she ain't got more important things to do. Living like cattle is half of the battle, but Lord, you know it's harder than it seems. I got dreams and you've got dreams. I mean, we've all got dreams. At the end of the run, the only one you spend your whole life with is you. To spend your whole life with you too. If you ain't got more important things to do. What's this I see on the horizon? Big blue moon is slowly rising. Oh, how time flies, it's so surprising when you ain't got more important things to do.
Logan Metz, More Important Things, recorded live in WNIJ's Studio A. And you can find video of him performing that song and others from this session over on WNIJ.org and on our YouTube channel. Find more from Logan Metz on streaming services. Keep an eye out for more new singles coming out from him soon, plus his new album coming later this year or early next year. You can find his website at loganmetz.com. That's METZ. He's also on Instagram at Logan Metz Official. I'm Spencer Tritt. More music and conversation coming up this hour. Thanks so much for joining us here on Sessions from Studio A.
Take all your interesting notions and your interesting minds back to the interesting
This is Sessions from Studio A. Thanks for joining us for the music.
I've had myself a seat or two on a dirty street or two.
We're hearing Logan Metz this hour. He's a singer-songwriter based around Milwaukee, Wisconsin, around the Fox Valley area. He's playing this weekend up in Appleton, Wisconsin at the Mile of Music Festival. He'll be performing Friday night at 7 p.m. and Saturday also at 7. You can find more info about those shows over at loganmetz.com. Also want to mention our hearts go out to everyone in that area who was affected by the tornadoes this past week. In a little bit here on Sessions from Studio A, I'll talk more with Logan Metz. But first, let's get back into Studio A for a new unreleased song from him that will be featured on his new upcoming album. This one's called Follow the Money. It's Logan Metz, recorded live on Sessions from Studio A.
$1 million worth of muskrat pelts, loose cigarettes, discount designer belts. Come on. People call me the philosopher's stone. I cook gold out of mercury and chicken bones. Come on. Pretty baby, put your trust in me. Any penny, any fool can see that I don't follow the money, honey. The money follows me. A major killing in the dot-com boom. Strike oil from the comfort of my living room. Come on. Or flip stocks in the Soviet bloc. Or stick with me, son, you'll make it to the tip top. Come on, baby. I'll take you anywhere you wanna be for just a nominal commission fee. 'Cause I don't follow the money, honey. The money follows me. Look at my mansion, isn't it large? When we do the expansion, I just might dispute the charges. Look at my race car, Phantom Black. Gonna park it on a railroad and write it off on my taxes. $1 million worth of muskrat pelts, loose cigarettes, discount designer belts. Come on. Just call me the philosopher's stone. I cook gold out of whiskey and adrenochrome. Come on. Ain't you glad you found a friend like me? I treat you right, but honey, nothing's free. 'Cause I don't follow the money, honey. The money follows me. This is one of my stranger songs. But it's earnest, I think. It's just about trying to understand the human urge to belong and to find belonging somewhere. And the crazy things we're willing to believe in order to find them. It's called Follow Me.
a private little place on a quiet little lake, lovelier than any color photograph could capture, a place to hunker down in a bunker underground and wait in joyful hope for the impending rapture, to hear the wind blow through the trees and start a little family, my wife and all her sister wives and me. La da da da, la da da, la da da, la da 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 da. Peaches in a can and living off the land. Well, if we ration wisely, we can make it through till Christmas. And over in the dell, out yonder by the well, the bones of all the infidels will show 'em we mean business, a helping hand for every task, a smile through every gas mask. Oh, tell me now, is that so much to ask? Follow me, if you're yearning to be free. When the world don't care for you, just follow me. La da da da, la da da, la da da, la da 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 da. So tell me, where's the harm in living on a farm with automatic arms for when the feds decide to raid us? And who are you to say that's no way to behave? We're just the way our grand galactic overlords have made us. When the day of judgment comes, all our earthly trials done, we'll shed our bodies one by one and fly home through a portal in the sun. Follow me, if you're yearning to be free. When the world is cruel to you, oh honey, you can follow me, just follow me. Lord, how lonely life can be, but when the world don't care for you, just follow me. La da da da, la da da, la da da, la da 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 da.
Logan Metz, Follow Me, recorded live in WNIJ's Studio A. I'm Spencer Tritt, and thanks so much for joining us for Sessions from Studio A here on 89.5 and WNIJ.org. Head over there to find behind-the-scenes video from this performance, including that last song. You can also find past sessions and other local music programs there as well. Coming up, I'll talk more with Logan Metz about his time in LA and touring with Lucas Nelson, and about meeting some of his musical heroes. That's coming up, along with more live recordings here on Sessions from Studio A. This is Sessions from Studio A. If you're just joining us, our guest is Logan Metz, a genre-blending, storytelling singer-songwriter based around the Fox Valley area in Wisconsin. In a little bit, I'll talk with him about meeting some of his musical heroes and about touring with Lucas Nelson. But first, it's time for a new single here from Logan Metz, recorded live in WNIJ's Studio A. Very fun song this one is. This is Overrated. It's Logan Metz on Sessions from Studio A.
I find it very, very hard to explain, dear, the way you got me feeling tonight. And you know I'm not the type to complain, dear, but you ain't been treating me right. So I spent a hard-earned $25 at the door to go a-dancing all night with you. Dancing all night is overrated, and you're overrated too. I never dreamed this is how we would part, dear, but surely you'll understand that you'll always have a piece of my heart, dear, if you can pry it from my cold dead hands. 'Cause I watched every single episode of Game of Thrones just to make some conversation with you. But Game of Thrones is overrated, and you're overrated too. Lost a much needed 6 or 7 minutes of sleep just to making sweet love to you. But making sweet love is overrated, and you're overrated too. Andy Warhol is overrated. Talking about your feelings is overrated. Going swimming, overrated, and you're overrated too. Well, you're on my mind again, 20 miles outside Cheyenne, on a Greyhound to Milwaukee from LA. And this fella on my right slept on my shoulder half the night, and I haven't had a drink in 90 days. We sail on down the highway like a ship upon the sea. The sleepy drunks, the gutter punks, the Mennonites, and me. Now there's a girl in 7B with a baby on her knee, and a lullaby trembling from her lips. Oh, and even in the dark, you could see he left his mark. But it's nothing cheap foundation couldn't fix. She said, hush now, little baby, don't you cry, oh, don't you cry. 'Cause that old life ain't nothing but a bruise on mama's eye. Fella that I left, Lord, it scares me half to death. He'll never find me, never find me. Oh, he'll never find me, yeah. There's a boy in 7A, climbed aboard in Santa Fe, with a dirty dish rag pressed against his gut. And a girl in 7B says she couldn't help but see, man, are you some kind of outlaw boy or what? Baby, I got unpaid parking fines in 7 different states, 3 warrants, 2 years back taxes, and an overdue library book of card tricks. Out for my arrest, oh, but they ain't got me yet, and they'll never find me, never find me, oh, they'll never find me. The dawn is slowly breaking on a slowly waking town. I tell you, I got half a mind to turn this thing around, because you're on my mind again. God damn it, when's it gonna end? I got to leave the thought of leaving you behind. And when this fella on my right wakes to see the morning light, for a second there he'll think that he's gone blind. That is so long, friends and family, and a girl I love the best. I say, whose bright idea was it to leave them all out west? I guess I'll never know if they're sad to see me go, 'cause they'll never find me, never find me, war, they'll never find me, never find me, war, they'll never find me.
Well, you talked a little bit earlier about the recording process out in L.A. You spent some time in L.A., like you mentioned, playing with Lucas Nelson. That sounds like a cool chapter of your life out there.
It was a very cool chapter. Yeah, I went out there for college and met Lucas, Willie's son, and we played music together, and he dropped out of college to go make music, and I stayed in college to finish my degree. A lot of good that did me. But we were always friends, and then, years later, I was in Chicago, and I had done a master's degree too, and wasn't doing much, was just playing piano in bars and Billy Joel songs and all that, and he came through, and he was always like, hey, when are you going to join the band? And eventually I did, so that was, yes, and then that ended up being a very cool chapter, went all over the world with those guys, playing with the greats, a lot of my heroes. I met a lot of my heroes.
Very cool.
Ended up playing piano for Willie for a year.
I was going to ask.
Which was incredible.
Wow.
Just the big leagues, it was very, very cool. Yeah.
Is he as cool in person as I imagine?
Yes. And that's not true for a lot of
right.
The don't meet your heroes thing. 2 people I can say did not disappoint were, of course, Willie. He's the high priest of good vibes, just the sweetest dude. And then, and this is the one where if I can look back to 12-year-old Logan and say, hey, you're going to be okay. One day, this is going to happen. It would be that I got to meet Weird Al, who is one of my, also actually no joke, one of my songwriting heroes too. I just
Yeah.
I think he's got it structurally and creatively, and he was a huge influence on me too. I like funny music. And so I got to meet Weird Al. So that was like mission accomplished. Everything else in my life is like, bonus material, because that was
Wow.
that was the main goal.
Yeah, as a child of the 90s.
Yes,
that,
exactly,
That would be incredible. Very cool. I want to talk a little bit about your storytelling and your songwriting. You mentioned like Randy Newman, Tom Waits, some influences, and definitely can tell, a lot of your songs are centered around these stories. Are they always like real life stories that happen to you, or do you sometimes play with like characters and storytelling? Tell us a little bit about kind of how a Logan Metz songwriting session goes.
Wow. Well, it's different every time. Sometimes you catch a little melody out of the air, and then 8 years later you turn it into a song. And sometimes you just like sit down and write a song. So I don't know how it happens or where they come from. But what you just mentioned, this kind of character-based songwriting, I find the easiest point of entry, actually, which is the Tom Waits move and the Randy Newman move, where instead of like, I'm going to express my feelings now, it's more like I'm going to invent an alter ego and have him express his feelings, because it's easier to, kind of have that whatever plausible deniability where it's like, it's autobiographical, but it's actually not. It's not me.
I like
it's
that
not
kind
my
of a
fault.
mix of the two. Yeah.
Yeah, they're all inspired, but obviously we write about our own experiences and all of that. But it's more. I find it easier to find a surrogate narrator to tell the stories. Which, I honestly, I think it's one of the great tricks of breaking down the creative barrier of like, what do I write about? You find a story, you find a narrator or a character or somebody who has something going on, and then you write that. Yeah,
That's cool.
that's how I like to do it. Sometimes I write sweet, sentimental songs about people I love too, but they're all kind of masked in that kind of that distance, between me and the subject matter. I think is important for me, at least. Some people can just blat like, here's my soul, and I never could really do that. Too controlling, I think.
Yeah, it can kind of box you in almost a little bit.
Well,
way.
that's
If
true,
you're
too.
Like, I only write from things that happened to me.
Yeah, people get sick of that. People want to hear about what happened to other people.
I loved the term you used there, surrogate narrator. I think you said.
Yeah.
That's funny.
It helps. It helps. It helps. It helps me. There's a million ways to write a song.
Good point.
But that is kind of my go-to approach. Yeah.
We talked a little bit about this upcoming album. I didn't ask, is there a title you have for it yet? Or is that still in the works?
No, that's still in the works. You got any ideas?
Okay.
I don't know. There's a lot of ways. That's another thing, because I'm thinking you can call it something like, you can call it the name of a song. My old album is called The Last Remaining Payphone in L.A. So I could go that route, and I could call it Overrated or something cheeky, Or you can call it something like Self-Aware, like Songs from the Village Studios or something like, the blah, blah, blah sessions. Or you can call it something completely unrelated. Yeah, so I don't know.
Okay.
I have yet to decide, but I'm leaning towards, there is a song called More Important Things that I released actually long ago during the pandemic with just like GarageBand and like a bucket for a kick drum and just janky as can be.
Oh, really? That one was kind of just self-recorded by you?
Totally, yeah. And I'm sheepish about it because it's like the most popular one on my Spotify and all that. And I re-recorded it for this record, and now that one's picking up. I'm like, no, don't listen to that one. Wait. But it's all fine.
Oh,
But
I'm excited to hear the re-recording of it with the
it's
full
really
band
nice.
too.
It's really nice. We did it's a very similar thing. It starts with bird sounds and ends with crickets, and it all takes place during a day and all of that. But More Important Things might be a good album title too. I don't know. Call in.
Yeah.
No, I won't be here when this airs, I guess. But
Let Logan Metz know.
Open to suggestions.
I really liked that song. You played that one here today, More Important Things. And definitely looking forward to this next record. And we should mention it's a ways away, but you'll be here again, actually, towards the end of the year for one of our Studio A Cafe concerts. So if people liked the set today, they can come and see you in the very same studio on the very same piano.
Beautiful. Very excited about that. That's in November, right?
November, yeah.
Yes,
That'll be our last Studio A Cafe of the year.
Oh,
so
wow. So it's got to be a blowout.
We'll be
Come on
closing it out
folks.
strong with you.
I'll bring a sax player.
Oh, that'd be sweet.
Yeah. We'll work it out.
Awesome. Well, tell us one more time, where can people find more of your music? Where's the best place people can follow you? The email list? Give us all the details here.
Yeah, go to my website, loganmetz.com. And then if you, put in your email and your zip code, and then you don't have to worry about anything. And I'll just say, hey, I'm coming to Beloit or Rockford or Chicago or wherever you might live. But also, there's infinite stuff out there. So I just kind of do Instagram. That's kind of where I'm headquartered. So Logan Metz Official is the Instagram. It helps to have people follow me there.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, Logan Metz, thanks again so much for coming out to DeKalb and playing in Studio A today.
My pleasure. Thank you so much for having me, cousin.
I've had myself a seat or two on a dirty street or two. I've led my weary feet into some situations hopelesser than this one. I've been drugged out of bars before, drugged out of my stars before. A couple 100 times or more I woke to find my memories gone missing. I crossed my heart and hope to die, much as any man, but I ain't never felt so lonesome as the day. La-da-dee-da-day. I dropped my last remaining quarter in the last remaining payphone in L.A. Well, thrown off of a city bus, I thought about the two of us and carved your name into the crust that grows upon the sidewalks of this town. And how I wish you could have heard the things I planned to say to her, and all those pretty sorry words I probably should have somewhere written down. But I closed my eyes and prayed to heaven, help my fingers find those 7 digits that I drunk out of my brain. La-da-dee-da-dee. And I dropped my last remaining quarter in the last remaining payphone in L.A. I've had myself a seat or two on a dirty street or two. I've led my weary feet into some situations desperater than this one. I've been drugged out of bars before, drugged out of my stars before. A couple 100 times or more I woke to find my memories gone missing. But tonight I dropped my last remaining quarter in the last remaining payphone in the last remaining city on this earth I'd care to be. La-da-dee-da-dee. I knew there's nothing quite as lonesome as the last remaining payphone in the city of L.A. except for me.
Logan Metz closing out this week's edition of Sessions from Studio A with that song, The Last Remaining Payphone in L.A. You can find that one on his first album out on streaming services everywhere. And be on the lookout for new singles coming out from him later this year as he gets ready for his next upcoming album. Thanks so much to Logan Metz, my long-lost cousin, for stopping by Studio A, talking with me and playing for us live. Find more on his website, loganmetz.com, and on his Instagram, Logan Metz Official. That's METZ. He's playing at Mile of Music, great festival up in Appleton, Wisconsin this weekend, Friday at 7 p.m., also Saturday at 7 p.m. as well. And I want to mention our hearts go out to everyone up in that area who was affected by the horrible storms and tornado this past week. We hope you're all doing okay and recovering up there. Glad to see the festival is still going on, though. You can catch Logan Metz over there playing live. He'll also be back here at WNIJ for Studio A Cafe on the first Tuesday in November. Go to WNIJ.org to find more info about that, and to find this full session, along with behind-the-scenes video from the performance in Studio A. Sessions from Studio A is produced at WNIJ Studios on the campus of Northern Illinois University. Producers are yours truly, along with Mike Lundgren. Production intern is Jared Hearn. I'm Spencer Tritt, and thanks so much for joining me this week. I'll see you next time on another edition of Sessions from Studio A.
Don't you cry, 'cause that old life ain't nothing but a bruise on mama's eye.